Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and we're here today with another entry in my collab series with Kitty Cat Beauty. This seems to be a series I think is just going to be a regular thing on our channels. It's been so much fun for us to do it. If you haven't seen one of these videos yet, it's where we are reviewing the same palette. It's been so much fun to see two different people's reviews on the same palette, at least we think it's been. And today's going to be another entry in that series. We have different techniques, preferences, likes, dislikes, and styles and everything. So as far as makeup goes, so it's been fun to see our different opinions on the same palette. So today we're going to both be reviewing the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Quad Ghost. I will list down, I put them in a playlist. I'll link down the other collabs that we've done in case you're interested in checking them out. We did a couple recently, and you guys should know who she is by now. She's awesome. Head to her channel if you haven't yet. I'll definitely link it down below. But let's get started with the palette review, shall we? So this is Hourglass's, one of the things that they've put out with they're calling it Ghost. I don't know why they're calling it Ghost. It just, I guess it's a cool name. They have the blush quad, which we're going to talk about today. They have a face palette like they do every year, and then a couple of other components that I wasn't really gaga over, except the eye stuff. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. Oh, I want one. Anyway, that's not what we're here to do today. Let's talk about this palette. I was trying to polish it up for you. So this palette was $58. This is what it looks like, mirrored finish on the front, and a lot of people are giving it crap for the plastic, not plastic, it's cheap plastic packaging that the rest of the palette is. But I mean, okay, here's the inside. It's plastic, right? It's like a hollow plastic, and a lot of people are saying it looks cheap, I don't want to get it, blah blah blah. And in reality, the whole thing is plastic. Just because they didn't put the mirror finish on the side doesn't mean it's not plastic. It's still just the cheap plastic that you don't like. It's just now you get to look at it. And I think people are bugged by it because it kind of, I think what makes Hourglass's packaging kind of elevated is that it just looks nice and fancy and classy all the time. I love that they're trying something different. I do like the plastic packaging. It does not bother me at all. I feel like they maybe could have done it like acrylic, like a thicker see-through plastic, and it would have been a little more elevated, like Dior's Backstage collection is doing. I love the packaging on that, by the way. I love acrylic packaging. I love plastic packaging, see-through clear plastic packaging anyway. So this doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I wish they'd done it acrylic, but still, the whole thing's made of plastic, whether it's mirrored or not, so just get over it, I think. Anyway, we are here to talk about the freaking blushes. They're so beautiful. This is going to be a rave review, by the way. So you get two strobing blushes and two regular blushes in here. I honestly didn't notice a difference between the strobing blushes and the regular blushes. I couldn't even tell you which ones they were. So the label on the back that has the names on it is inverted, so, or it's not, I don't know. So I don't know which ones are the names of each one. So I'm sorry, I don't know the names of each. One of these is the nude one. So you get Surreal Effect, which might be this one. Surreal Effect, Brilliant Nude, that's not right. I don't know, they're kind of backwards. Either way, you get two strobing blushes and two regular blushes. I didn't notice the difference with either. I thought the strobing blushes were going to be a little more, like, not glittery, but, you know, like a strobing highlighting kind of blush. I didn't notice that with these. Why am I holding it all the way down here? So, I love this. Today I'm wearing the one called, or I'm going to guess, that's not called Brilliant Nude. It's not that one, right? That can't be Brilliant Nude. It's got to be one of these. But I'm wearing that one today. My favorite brush to put these on with, I will swatch this by the way, has been from Masked. It's their blusher brush. It's just the perfect size to put in here, perfectly like this. And what I love about these blushes is you don't have to tap off any excess. I usually go in like this 3 or 4 times and then directly put it right on my face without touching off any excess whatsoever. You do get that nice experience of getting to put your brush in a blush, like dabbing a couple times, maybe even swirling it a little bit and then putting it on without having to worry that it's super heavy and clowny looking or having to tap off excess. One of my hugest pet peeves is when you have to like just do barely this much of blush and then you blend it forever because it's too pigmented. These are perfectly pigmented blushes. They're amazing. So let me swatch them out for you. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I haven't swatched these out yet until this moment because I didn't want to mess them up, but I'm going to swatch them for you. I messed up the beautifulness. So the first two here are right here. It's this one and this one. The cat's over here scratching on the floor in the background. And then the other two, oh, that's got to be one of the strobing blushes, this one right here. So these are the swatches of the blushes. The one right here, this one has a little bit of sparkle to it, and it was this one right here. That's got to be one of the strobing ones. But other than that, I didn't really notice a difference with the application or shininess or highlighter effect of it. So these are concentrated swatches of these blushes. I do feel very confident going into these blushes, pouncing it a couple times and putting it directly on my face. It blends so well, just blends out easy peasy. These are so pretty. One of the things I was kind of worried about was that like these ones here that have more marbling in them, that the powder that's kind of in there was going to overwhelm the color marbling part, the color, like the veining of the colors. I can't really describe what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking about. And it wasn't going to be too pigmented because I would get more powder than color, but it really kind of like helps it. So I feel like if you were to just get a straight flat color, it'd be too much pigment. And I think having that extra marbling of powder in there is like really what makes it blend well, makes it look so natural. I love this palette a lot. It was 58 bucks. I have no regrets whatsoever. It's so wonderful. I've been using it every day since I got it, just picking out a different shade. There was one other brush I really loved to use, but it was this one from Chikuhodo. I don't know. I didn't want to bring this up because it's not readily available and it's expensive as crap. But this one kind of fit in here perfectly too. And I was kind of worried, a little bit worried, about the pan size, but I was like, you know what? I don't need a blush brush this big. This one is perfect, and I actually really like this one from Masked. So tap in a couple times. Don't even tap off excess. Put it on super nice. I love this quad a lot. I have nothing bad to say about it whatsoever. It's blendable. It's nicely pigmented, but not over the top. Goes with everything. There's a little like cooler tones in here. There's a warmer tone in here. There's a nude one you can wear every day. I had a warm bronzer on and a warmer highlight, and I still wore like this cooler blush, and I thought it still looked really nice. So I love that they did a mix of warms and color and neutral. Warm, neutral, cool. Is that what I'm trying to say? You got something for everything in here. Something for everyone in here. The one downside, which I think is probably one of the biggest downsides to the collections that Hourglass does every day. Say it with me, everyone. The shade range. The shade range. But I think this is an issue with a lot of face palettes. Like this one right here, for example. This It Girl palette from It Cosmetics. I've been really loving that palette a lot. But there's only one. Not everyone's going to get to use it or try it or love it or fall in love with It Cosmetics or with Hourglass for that matter. Because they put out this palette every year. The face palette every single year. The same color scheme. There's never, at least do the bare minimum with the light, medium, and dark options. Like that's the bare minimum, right? When a face palette comes out, light, medium, dark. They could at least do that. I feel like they leave out a huge chunk of people that want to try the brand that don't get the opportunity to. So I would say if you have darker skin, or I would say like medium is like the max that can use this palette, medium skin tones. Anything but beyond that or dark, I feel it's going to kind of feel left out. Like not even kind of feel left out. They're going to be left out. And it really sucks. I feel like I wish they'd done light, medium, deep with their blushes and the light, medium, deep with the face palettes. Because eye stuff, for the most part, eye stuff can be universal, kinda. I guess there's a shade range issue there sometimes, at least with pigmentation. With face palettes, it's always such a disappointment to see just one. They're just one. They gave you a nice range of colors, a nice palette of color tones, like the neutral, like the undertones, I mean, to choose from. But as far as everyone being included, not everyone's going to be included, and it really sucks. So I wish there was a few more options with this, but if you have lighter skin tone, maybe up to medium skin tone, I think you would really love this palette. You don't need a $58 blush quad. I'm sure you have quads in your collection that you love or blushes that you love. Laura Geller Baked, Balance, and Brighten, I feel, is very, very similar to this. Not the same formula. Hers are a little, not, this is a lot more soft and like super overly milled. And those ones are also really nice and soft and milled. But, you know, the formula is not exactly the same, but the shade range is really nice. They perform really well and really similar. So, you know, you don't need this palette, but it is beautiful and wonderful if you've been looking at it. I don't think you'd be disappointed. Unless you have really dark skin, I think you'd be disappointed because I don't think it's going to work for you, which sucks. Hourglass, step it up next year. Please give us at least 3 palettes, light, medium, deep, or even a 4th, like extra deep. Something for the deeper skin tones out there, because it's very disappointing year after year to see just another palette for light skin tones. So that is it, my friends. Thanks for watching this video. I can't wait to see what Kat says in her video. Let me know if you've tried Hourglass. I'm sure you're on the same page with me about the shade range. Every year it's the same exact palette. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to know your opinions, and I will see you later in another video. I'll see you tomorrow for a declutter, actually. I'm going to try to declutter some face palettes. I'll see you then. Goodbye.